I wanted to show you how to deal with a more complicated scenario, such as a patient returning to theatre for another operation. So let's pretend that Olive Asher didn't actually leave hospital, maybe for social reasons, and then during that time her wound became more infected again, meaning that the antibiotics weren't working. And when you saw it, she actually had an abscess sitting there. So she had to go back to theatre for that to be treated. We need to add a new intervention. We can't simply add a procedure under the old intervention because that wouldn't have the right date or any of the right details. So click here to show the interventions, and then click up here to create a new intervention. And you will see that new intervention is now on the left hand side. We can then edit that. Ignore the date because that's just the way I'm doing the demo on the same day. Let's pretend it's May or April even. So it's 1400, 1500. Same responsible clinician, still ASA 2, urgent. The operation category was minor, the wound was dirty, anesthetic type was general, and now this was an unplanned re-intervention. Further intervention, there's nothing planned for, nothing going to happen in the future as we know yet. And now we're at the bottom, we create procedure. Here we're going to then put in drainage. And there we've got skin drainage. Double click on that, and we're going to say wound abscess. The approach was open again. Now this time it wasn't Sid Ingram who did it because he wasn't on call, it was Henry Gray. So we're going to select Henry Gray. And what that means actually is that Henry Gray will have this lady on his feed under other cases, but Sid Ingram will still have this patient under their feed in the main area. There was no assistance again for this procedure, and now we come down to associated diagnoses. So this was to treat an infection that was due to the laceration in the first place. And associated complications, you may be tempted to tick this box, but this operation itself has not derived a complication. The complication is associated with the index procedure that you can see on the left hand side, so you don't need to enter in that at the moment anyway. We're finished now. Do we want another procedure? No. So we click that, and then it goes on to say, do we want to create a new diagnosis? And actually we don't, because all the diagnoses are already listed, so we'll just delete that. And there we now have recorded another intervention for this patient and recorded it properly. Thank you.